one of your best memories about over in theater would be
Best memories? Oh man, I must say, I don't know if I got just one, but I'll say just the camaraderie with my team. That's just doing everyday stuff with my team, and just knowing the fact that all of us made it out of there, with no issues. Came close a few times, but all of us made it out of there with no issues. So I guess just really much at the end of the day, when it was everybody get ready bunkered down, we all in this huge tent, and everybody just kind of bonding. That I would say those are some of my best memories right there.
And, well, I say, like I tell most people that I talk to, you won't get a tighter family
Yeah.
than the guys that you've served with in the military, especially when you've been downrange.
Yeah.
And I also say that, the United States can actually learn from that.
Yeah.
Especially of the things that are going on right
Yeah,
now.
what's going on now? They could definitely, because there was not any dominant color over there in that tent. There's a mixture of everything over in there.
And you can, and the thing about it is that mixture of
Yeah.
everything could get along just fine. So I propose, and I believe I'm right in this, in proposing this. Once you get out of high school, everybody needs to at least do 4 years of military service.
Yeah,
And
because
that would actually teach you,
a
saying,
whole
one,
lot.
discipline, respect, and to get along with everybody.
Once you get into the military, it's no dominant color. I'm telling you, it's no matter where you go, you got a mixture of everything. So,
Yeah.
you will
So-
learn how to get along because you need those people.
You know what I'm saying?
You know.
So, with that, okay, I think that was your first tour that you went on that you just talked about.
Yeah, that was the first one. Yeah, so I went on a bunch. I went on a bunch more tours. I'll give you this one story. I'll give you two stories actually. One, so this was later on at the end of the tours I went on. This when Iraq was kind of built up. You had everything. The Americans, the military had everything they needed over there. So everything was good, getting a little better at this time.
Yeah.
So I remember I was sitting on this 10-foot pallet. We had a 5 crew of females coming over for the first time, right? So I'm sitting. We had commandeered this building that had, about 2 weeks ago, was just blown up by the Marines.
That's how they know.
Yeah. So what we did, we went in there to that building and kind of built it back up.
Yeah.
Put in some wood where the windows was and a whole bunch of stuff. Kind of secured the openings and stuff. Now again, we're out in the middle of the desert. So we secured this building, but the building had like a little garage area. That's where we kept our 5-ton and 2.5-ton trucks. So I'm sitting in the garage area on a pallet. Like I said, this pallet is almost like 10 feet in the air. I'm just sitting there. Of course, got a ladder and whatnot.
Yeah.
So I'm just sitting there cooling out, drinking me some lemonade. Everybody kind of cooling out. It's about 110 outside. This crew of female, and we knew them. They were from Robins Air Force Base. We knew them. So they pull up, and the 5-ton come pull up, and we sitting there. The 5-ton pulls up right in front of us, and we all. I remember I had my hat on back. I'm just sitting here looking at them, And I'm thinking to myself, I wonder how they're going to take this, because I know. I mean, we can barely take it. I know these females about to trip. I know these females about to. All 5 of the females got out of the truck. The dudes that were driving the truck got out, and they didn't just put their bag in there. They were poof, throwing their bags over. Their bags fell. The females took one look at that building we commandeered, and one of my homeboys like, "Hey, ladies, welcome home." And all 5 of them started crying.
Wow.
They took a look. This is where home is for like the next 9 months. All of them start crying.
But I don't know. I guess, I always said this about the Air Force. You know what I'm saying? Out of all the military, y'all are the most plush living.
Oh,
That
we'll tell you about that. See, I was in the 5th Combat Communications. there's only 3 combat units in the Air Force. One is here at Robins, one is in Oklahoma, and one is in Germany. That's it. Everybody in the Air Force is the regular Air Force. We're not. They don't call it. That's exactly what in the Air Force they say. In combat comm, you are not regular Air Force. You might as well be Army.
Okay, I can feel that. I mean, because, well,
Yeah.
I didn't know the Air Force that I knew over there. You know what I'm saying? They get down.
Oh yeah, now
They
see,
got down.
if I was with the regular Air Force, if I wasn't in combat comm, I'd have been living in a 5-star hotel over there.
And I hated, you know what? And we hated y'all.
You know what I'm saying?
We hated
I've
y'all.
been in a 5-star hotel.
And I've told this story before. The
Yeah.
first time that I actually went, I went to Langley Air Force Base.
Uh-huh.
And
Been
I
there
ate at
many
y'all.
times.
I ate at y'all dining facility.
Oh, that thing off the chain.
I was looking around. I'm like, what kind of mess is this?
Love
Like, we lucky.
That's everywhere too. I'm telling you, that's everywhere. Every Air Force base is going to be just like that.
And I'm like, our eating facilities are straight trash garbage
Yeah.
compared. These guys are getting damn near 5-star restaurant treatment
yeah.
at their facilities. Whereas we're lucky if we don't get sand in our eggs in the morning.
I'm going to tell you the difference, man. One time, this was when I was regular Air Force. I wasn't here at Robbins. I was in Bahrain. Now, Bahrain is an island right off of Saudi Arabia.
I love Bahrain.
Plush. Very plush.
I love Bahrain.
Yeah, so I did like 9 months over in Bahrain. So anyway, when I was an E3. When I got there, I was an E3.
Here.
Do you know? Yeah, it's an airman first class.
Okay.
So do you know that I was living in a 5-star studio condo on the 25th floor, and I had my own car.
That's good. Matter of fact,
This was all base. It wasn't even on the base. I was living in town of Bahrain.
the closest I came to living like that was Rota, Spain.
Uh-huh.
Rota, Spain. That's the closest
Yeah.
I came to living like that. And I still didn't get a car.
Oh, I had my own car and everything, man.
I was outside the base, but I had to walk because it was
Yeah.
a walking distance of the base. And I at least didn't have to pay, but it wasn't no daggum
Oh, man.
hotel with the daggum.
I was living plush.
I was like, guys,
Lush.
I'm like, why is it? And the thing about it, most of the military, we hate y'all.
I know.
We were like, why are we living like
Yeah.
this? And they are like eating steak and lobsters.
I'm gonna give you another example. It's like one of my later tours, right? So we're all over there, and of course now this kind of got to us, and we are Air Force. We live in tents. Well, see, we don't have no AC units and that, so we gotta lift the flaps. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We lift the flaps to get our AC and stuff, and then of course in Iraq, or in any desert you go to, once them sandstorms come through, you done. You got to close flaps and bunker down.
Yeah.
So, you never know when a sandstorm will come. But anyway, the regular communications, another communication. So what we used to do, we used to go in and stand up calm, get everything ready, and then, be on the front line, getting ready for them.
Mm-hmm.
And then once we get everything good, then the regular Air Force communications squadrons come in, and then we go to the next spot and do it again. So anyway, the regular Air Force come in, and they are intense with AC units. And we sitting here like, what in the world is this? So we sit there, we Air Force too. Well, this is for us. We brought this for our squadron, but we're Air Force though. They wouldn't even give us no AC unit.
Guys, dang.
We out there living in 110
Welcome to the club. Welcome to the club.
with the flaps up.
That is the first story that I heard where Air Force actually got a big taste of
Yeah.
what we went through.
I mean, even today, 5th Combat Comm still doing it today. Luckily, there are no wars going on right now, but if there's a war, them cats right back out there.
Here's a good question. Did you ever come in contact with any of the PJs?
PJs, what's that?
That's the special ops in the Air Force.
The
paramedic.
Man, I came in contact with them special ops dude. Them are some special, crazy dudes. You can't even talk to them. Them dudes won't even. Those dudes. I mean, I came across this one dude. This dude looked like he was ready to kill you at any moment.
Well, okay. So let me.
This dude crazy.
Wait, what branch was he in?
He was either Army or he was Marines, one of the two.
If he was 40,
Nah. You know what? I think that dude was a SEAL. There was a team of SEALs out there.
Okay, so
That dude was a SEAL.
let me break that down. If you, I don't know if you've seen that show, SEAL Team.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
In the real world, they are nothing like that.
Okay.
They are not that cool at all.
Yeah.
They are not.
Yeah.
They actually have a God complex, but rightfully so, because a lot of the stuff that they go through just to become SEAL.
Yeah. I understand that. I understand.
So they got a God complex about
Sorry,
them.
I don't know that.
Oh, that's Alexa.
That's Alexa. Sorry about that. But they do. They have a God complex about them because of what they've been through. But
Yeah.
me personally, in my mouth and how it works is, yeah, I'm gonna knock you down a peg or two because
Those guys are something else.
But when you talking about, and the one thing that I will give the SEALs, and I've had this debate with a lot of people that, to me, to be honest with you, in our branch of service, that is the cream of the cream. Like,
Yeah.
you won't get no higher than that.
I agree.
But a close second, which a lot of people don't know because, well, you hear about Force Recon Marines and you hear about Night Stalkers as far as the Army go. But what a lot of people don't know is the PJs
Yeah.
in the Air Force.
Yeah.
I put them at a close
I've never met
second.
any of them. I've never met any of them.
You talking crazy. You PJs are pretty much bred to go behind enemy lines every freaking time
Yeah.
during the chaos. That's
Yeah.
what they do. The only reason I don't really put them on par with the SEALs is because, like, biggest of the time their entry into it, most of the time it's gonna be from the air.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas the SEALs, you know what I'm saying, they coming in from a different, all different kind of way.
Yeah.
But them PJs, guys.
Yeah, I never met one. Like I said, I met that SEAL though. Like I said, that dude was a brother, man. That dude, if you even say hi to him, he just gonna stare at you. He just gonna look. I'm serious. This dude he was gone. You know what I'm saying? But he would talk to his teammate, his member, his team, but nobody else outside of that.
Yeah, it's like,
Nobody else outside of that.
Like with your with the combat community, combat com. I guarantee you, y'all are just that tight knit.
We were tight knit.
Same with special ops.
Yeah.
So the special ops, you ain't really finna fool with nobody except for special ops. That's just what it is.
Them dudes are something else. I appreciate them.
Also, hopefully, your daughter, she joined the armed forces.
She's in security forces. So she wanted to do some
Oh.
kind of combat stuff. I said, hey, do what you gotta do, baby girl.
Go for what you know. Okay.
So she's security forces, so
She want to get it in. All right. Well, I hope she does see this video.
Yeah.
So, and this will go to any young member thinking about joining the armed forces. So, if you were to talk to them, sorry about
that.
But if you were to talk to them, what advice did you give your daughter when she talked about going into the armed forces?
My advice to my daughter was, my daughter had about 1 million, billion, trillion questions to ask me because she was venturing off into some unknown land. She was going to a whole new stage of life she was never used to. First 18 years, she grew up at home. Mm-hmm. Now she's getting ready to go off on her own into a whole nother world, big world out here. So she had 1 billion questions for me on that, had 1 billion questions for me on the Air Force. And pretty much I kind of summed it all up and I pretty much told her, you're a grown woman now. You got to go out there and make your mark in life. If you never step out there, make your mark, you never know if you can't make your mark. You never know what you can do. But you got to get out there and try. And if you want to join the military, go ahead. You got 4 to 6 years to see if that's going to work out for you, see what you're going to do. And if not, you can get out the military with honorable discharge and you're fine. Get you another job, you're fine. At least during those 4 to 6 years, you would have picked up a whole bunch of skills. You got a whole bunch of experience, and you're good to go. You can come out and land a job real quick. But you got to plan for your future, and doing that will not require you to just stay at home.
I can agree with that. So, for anybody who's thinking of joining the military, any young cat out there, now you don't know them.
Yeah.
So, as far as going into the armed forces,
I would say do your research on the branches. You know, do some research first, and try to pick the branch that best fits you. You know, if you, for example, if you're the type that's, you know, you worried about like war, going to combat, you know, don't join the Marines. Don't join the Army. Join the Air Force. Just don't do combat communication.
you got to join the Navy also.
Yeah, I was just about to mention that.
Yeah.
If you not worried about being at sea, you know, join the Navy. But just note that if you join the Navy, you will see some sea time.
Oh, you're going to see a lot of sea time.
You will see some sea time in close quarters.
Unless if you go Seabees in the Navy, which that would be the equivalency like the Army, inside the Navy. Mm-hmm. You go Seabees, then you're not going to see no water.
Yeah.
The only other thing is, but special ops. But you're going to see water with special ops, especially if you
go
see
a lot of water with special ops.
Or if you go SWIC.
And let's actually give it up to my man Jordan. We have a member in our Rough Rider chapter. His name is Shades. He has a son that just went to the academy. He's graduated from the academy. Where is it at? I think he's out in Denver, Colorado, or something like that, from Naval Academy. He is now on his way to be a Navy SEAL. So I'm gonna give it up to Jordan. Mad props, Jordan.
Oh, I did not know that.
Yeah, he's in Navy SEAL school.
Ooh, he's gonna catch all kind of heck.
Give it up to Jordan.
Yes.
My man Jordan. He's real cool.
Yeah, I did. Guys, y'all, he finna catch it.
Yeah.
Hell Week in itself is exactly what they call it. Mm-hmm. Hell.
Yeah.
So
I've seen it on TV.
You talking?
Yeah, I've seen it on
maybe
TV.
an hour to 2 hours a day of sleep, and that's for a whole week.
Yeah.
Other than that, you are up getting the ass kicked out of you.
Yeah.
So I give it up to him.
He's getting ready to go through it.
I give it up to him. Much props.
Yeah.
Good luck.
And he's an officer.
They're gonna do him.
He's an officer.
Oh, they finna do him.
They say he just graduated from the academy, so he's an officer. Going into the SEALs.
So he's gonna already be over there. If they still do it, like if I remember correctly, he is already over there getting done up something properly before the enlisted guys get there.
Okay.
Because officers are first. You know what I'm saying? So
I think he's a lieutenant.
So if he make it,
he's gonna make it. Yeah, he's gonna.
I ain't gonna say if.
Yeah.
When he makes it, you know what I'm saying. I will say congratulations to him. I did not know that.
I'll let you know.
Congratulations, Shades. Hit me up about that because you know what I'm saying. That is something that I would like to know.
Yeah.
And you know what I'm saying.
Cool dude. If you ever met him, you never know he was like a SEAL. You think he was just the coolest young dude ever. You never know he was a SEAL.
I'm glad. Hopefully he don't get that guy complex. I'm hoping. But off of what he's gonna go through,
very respectful dude. Very respectful.
But I'm glad I got to know that. Yeah. But in closing, because you know what I'm saying, the video probably has gone on for a hot minute. Is there anything else you want to put out there to people, like I say, who want to join or?
Like I said, if you want to join the military, do your research first. Pick the best branch for you. And just know that when you join the military, nothing is ever permanent. Nothing is permanent. You're always going to move. Things are going to always change. So just know that you got to accept change if you're going to join the military. You got to accept it. You got to deal with it because it's going to happen.
All right. So we're going to close off here. I want to thank everybody for joining the channel. Don't forget to subscribe, like, hit that notification bell. And if you have any questions about what we talked about, or if you have any questions for, what was your rank when you got out?
E6.
E6.
I got out as an E6.
Staff Sergeant.
Technical sergeant, yeah.
Okay, so in the Army, it's Staff Sergeant.
Yeah.
Okay, but if you have any questions for Tech Sergeant King,
He heard that name in a while.
Leave a comment below. You know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure that he wouldn't mind talking to any of you or answering any questions that you have as far as the military go, or you never know, you might get a couple of stories out of it.
No doubt.
But don't forget to subscribe, like, hit the notification bell. We love you out there.
Rough Riders.
All day. One.